Woo. Mm. By the picture, you can already tell what this going to be about. This isn't a what if. Yeah. So I got this idea from my brother. I didn't want to do it because he suggested it because like he just did. So this is gonna be a story time. Oh well, Jerry, I already do story times. Yes, I know. But this is gonna be a different one. This is serious, but it isn't serious because it happened like 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure it's 5 years ago. If not, a little bit shorter or longer. So this is gonna be called my brother getting a hole in his head. So let us start off. We don't know the full story. It's like he said like he hit his head on the windowsill or the doorknob, which apparently put a hole in his head. Or he said like he jumped off the bunk bed and like hit his head like on the thing on the fan. We were like around 7 or 6 at this time. Um, it was fun. It was fun. We was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, and so it's like so out of nowhere we were gonna eat dinner because like we were gonna eat sandwiches because you know it happens when there's nothing else to eat inside the house, especially with your parents isn't here to like make you stuff, and also like your brother is like your older brother is like around 9 or something, and he can't cook because like he can't. So I was like, okay. No, my brother was like, okay. He called up our mom. He was like, all right, I'm gonna make them sandwiches. Yeah, the thing I hate about them sandwiches back then, we had this pickle mayonnaise. If you know what pickle mayonnaise is, you know how nasty and it just don't taste good. So he was making our sister's sandwiches, and I was like, I don't want no mayonnaise, homie. Like, I don't want none. Like, I was over there throwing a freaking tantrum about getting mayonnaise. So out of nowhere, I hear my brother out of nowhere. All of us hear my brother screaming, little brother. He was like, ah! Over there crying, cause he got a hole in his head. So yeah, he comes around the corner of the house, and this is where it gets gory. We see my guy with a medium dent in his head, a hole right in the middle of his forehead. Looks like someone landed on my guy's forehead. So I was like, oh, I don't care. I don't want no mayonnaise in my sandwich, homie. Like, I didn't care about none of what happened over there. Over there didn't concern me. Over here was my main target. I didn't want no mayonnaise. So my older sister, who's like the second oldest, she was over there crying. She was freaking out because like my guy has a hole in his head. He could have died. So she's over there crying, running around, sounding like a crackhead, and like I was over there chilling. I was over there crying. I was throwing out big boy tears. I was crying. Guess what? What I was crying about? Oh, Jerry, it's obvious you're crying about your brother because he got the hole in his head. Ah. No, I was crying about freaking pickle mayonnaise in my sandwich. He was over there looking like he was dying, and I'm over here crying for pickle mayonnaise. So this was like, we were 6. Remember that. We were 6 and 5. So he could have died because he was little and he was losing blood out his head. And so everyone, and my brother said he wanted to slap me so bad because, like, I'm crying over freaking mayonnaise. Mayonnaise! I love mayonnaise. But that pickle mayonnaise, it's terrible. So while my brother's over there, my other sister, my third older sister, she comes from the corner out of nowhere, just popping up. So she's like, oh, "What's going on, Zayden? Why are you bleeding? Well, you got a hole in your head." And we were like, "Bro, we know that. Don't point out the obvious, Sherlock." And that's how I felt, cause like She's talking over me while I'm bribing my brother not to put mayonnaise in my sandwich. So, we call up mama, just call up mom real quick. My brother, he's talking, trying to talk to my mom, yelling, while my sister and my other sister over there crying. My brother's running around the house, bleeding out his head. So that's when my mom's like, tell Ariel, yes, that's my sister's name. She was like, tell her to be quiet. Why is she yelling? And my brother explains, and he's like, tell all of them to be quiet. And she said a lady from her job was like, are you okay? What's going on? And my mom said that, she said, mind your business. And I was like, dang, when my brother told me that. So I was like, okay. So my brother said my sister was about to run out the house crying, sounding like a crackhead, thinking stuff was in trouble. So as my brother was back then, he was the big bro. He was the man of the house. He tries to calm everyone down, but he didn't want to calm me down because I was crying over something stupid. And he tried to calm everyone down. We tell our little brother, go in the room, go in our room, go on the bed, put your head on a pillow, and try and stop the bleeding. Just because I'm pretty sure it will stop the bleeding, because I'm pretty sure that will happen. So our stepdad, he comes home, because like we called him up too. He comes home storming the house, and he's like, all right, come, let me get him. And they grab him. So next thing you know, he grabs our brother, take him to the hospital with our mom. So while they're putting the stitches and cleaning out the wound on his head, my mom said that my little brother, better not cry, cause like he caused this on himself. So yeah, that happened, and guess what? I still got mayonnaise in my sandwich, and so yeah, so my little brother, the next day, my little brother comes home. But I didn't know he was home. I wake up and I see my dude sleeping in my bed. He's sleeping in my bed with some blue stitches on his forehead. I didn't care. Because, like, you're on my bed. But I didn't want to kick him off. Because, like, at that time, I was still afraid of the dark. So, but it was the morning time. And, yeah. So, the moral of the story is, don't be crying over stuff, stupid man. Don't take your family for granted. And like, yeah, and don't do what I did. Cry over mayonnaise. This is Jay Ray Uchiha signing out. Peace. お前はどこまで見えている? Yeah. Hold up. Get right with you.